Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Mad as a Goat. Now yesterday I posted on my Facebook a anti-Nazi song which I wrote and rapped, if you will, right? And the reason why I made it was, the other day I was looking around on YouTube for some interesting documentaries and I came across one about American Nazis, right? You know, basically a bunch of, let's just be honest, they're idiots. I mean, seriously, come on, like, racism doesn't make sense. They keep bringing up this genetically superior thing. It's been scientifically proven that pigmentation or race has no effect on your overall genetics. I mean, the only difference between a black person and a white person is pigmentation. All the organs are exactly the same pretty much. You know, there are variations between every human. So even your brother or your, fellow white supremacist, you guys aren't exactly the same. You're genetically different. So if your whole thing is you're against people who are genetically inferior and you think of yourself as the superior person when it comes to, genetics, then you're basically against everyone. You're completely antisocial. That argument, that's what it states. It's just a sociopathic thing that's what it is. It's just being a sociopath. It's probably what went through the mind of serial killers like Ted Bundy. He was probably thinking to himself, I'm genetically superior. So I'm superior to everyone. So fuck everyone, they should die. And that's what I don't get about this whole Nazi or the Klan or all this racism. They keep using this argument of genetically superior. But it's been proven it has nothing to do with colour or race. It's proven. These people are as bad as creationists. Let's face it, religion has been disproven. There's enough evidence to say that it's just parables that are meant to teach you about how to, conduct your life. Don't take God or anything as a serious actual deity. No, it's more of a representation of the perfect person. And yes, you should probably live your life by some of the guidelines in like the Quran and the Bible and stuff like that. But it's not a god, deity, something up there that created everything. It's a lot more complicated than that. And that it goes the same for genetics. I mean, these Nazis keep bringing up genetics. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay, if there is let's just say hypothetically, there's a really groundbreaking scientist who just so happens to be a white supremacist. Maybe with his intellect, he may be able to link it up in some sort of way. It'd probably be forged because racism, it's just a bias. That's all it is. So you can't actually look for the truth because you already have a preconceived notion of the truth in your head. And that's why it's better to not be a racist or just, be something that blankets your opinions. It's better to be open-minded and understand everyone's point of view, take it in, take the elements that make sense, and then you get the truth. But these people look at one guy, Hitler, or there's that American Nazi, I don't know his name because he's a forgettable dickhead. I mean, he's just a moron. Why would I remember his name? But let's just go with Adolf Hitler because we all know who he is and what he did. I will admit, the guy was smart, okay? What he did was fucking horrible and just fucked up, but the guy was a master at manipulation. And that's what he was, you stupid Nazis. Just a master of manipulation. This guy would have been so intelligent that if he was alive today, he would even be able to convince the Nazis to kill themselves if he just went, you know what? I was wrong about the Jews. Fuck it, the Aryans go. And trust me, he'd be able to convince everyone and even yourselves that you should die. The guy was a genius, but he was completely fucked and had a really messed up bias. If it wasn't for his bias, he could have done something great, but instead, he just murdered a bunch of people. And that's another thing, I have to address this. He didn't do it. He was a coward. He got hordes of armies and manipulated people to do his dirty work for him. Okay? He's not a legend. He's just a politician. Anyway, that's enough on that. See you on the potato side.